Hey guys, it's Brian here at Martial Arts Fitness Center. Going to do a demonstration of a taping technique that I did earlier. Somebody asked to see a video of how we did it, so that's what this is. I taped somebody's hand because they had some soreness from using their grip with some ropes and some fire hoses in the fire academy. So I'm just going to do, again, a quick demo of that. You see over here, this is what we're going to use. So I got my rock tape. This is just standard 2-inch rock tape. Using the extra sticky rock tape. Pretty much use this exclusively unless somebody's sensitive to the glue, and then I might go to the normal rock tape or the gentle. And then this is a smaller 1-inch tape made for smaller digits. I use this. If you guys don't have the smaller tape, I could take my 2-inch strips and just cut them in half to get my 1-inch strips. Okay, so what I have here is I have smaller strips for each finger, and then we're gonna close it off so it'll look like this, laid over on each finger, and then we're gonna close it off on the bottom of the palm this way, okay? So I have my pieces laid out. I did cut them to length, so my longest piece would be for the middle finger. Somebody asked about being sweaty or getting sweaty right after taping application. We just got done our training, our jiu-jitsu class. We're nice and sweaty, so I'm gonna have Jay clean his hand off real good with one of the body wipes. And then we're gonna also have him dry his hand as well. That way there's no residue from the body wipe. It is an alcohol-based wipe, which will make your tape not stick well. So we wanna dry that off very good as well. Good, all right. So one thing on taping, guys, is I'm going to manipulate the surface that I'm taping more so than the tape. So there are times when I put stretch on tape, but whenever I can manipulate, like his hand, for example, and then tape in that position, it's going to do really well. So he's not going to have issue closing his hand. He'll have issue when he opens his hand. So if I have him fully extend his fingers in his hand, when I tape his finger, the tape will be on the max stretch that he's going to have with this application. If he tapes in a more closed flex position, he might rip the tape off after it's applied. So we're going to start up at the top. For this one, I like to start at the top of the finger. That way I don't start too far down at the bottom and then come across and not have enough, or too high up and then I'm hanging off the finger and I have to like retape. So again, he's fully extending his fingers. I'm not really gonna do much stretch here, just lay straight across. I'll rub the edges down. So we're gonna get a nice, go to my longer piece for the middle finger. Again, if I just cross this last joint line, I should be good. So that's where I'm going to start, right above that last joint line on the finger. Come across, right down here, completely cross that joint. Make sure he's taped down. Again, we know that the adhesive in the glue is heat activated, so rubbing it, some people like to use the paper from the tape and rub to get your tape to stick down, create a little friction, a little heat. But I'm going to rub the tape to get the glue to activate. Tape here. Again, no stretch on my anchors. That's important. If you guys stretch your anchors, you're going to rip your tape off almost every time. So as far as him being sweaty, that was a question that was asked. My experience is the longer that the tape is on, the less of an issue that is. So like if we tape him and he goes, you know, a day or so without much activity on this surface that's taped, it's going to be stuck down to the skin pretty well. It's going to endure some pretty heavy activity level without having issue. And then also find that people, like I've seen people go in pools and swim with the tape on and have no issues because they were taped one day and it wasn't until the next day that they got jumped in the pool. Okay, so we're taping across here. And then we're going to take our last piece. A couple ways you guys can do this. I can rip down the center to my decompression, stretch 50%, lay down, wrap the edges. If you guys are worried about length, I could rip one side, start from the side, pull across to the other side. I'm going to do across the middle. I like doing a decompression application whenever possible. It usually gives people some good relief, and if he has any soreness in through here, it's probably going to feel pretty good on his hand. So again, I'm going to give a pretty good stretch on this tape, like a good 50% or so. Lay it straight down with some pressure, and then I'm just going to wrap my anchors with no stretch right across. right across here, okay? And then we're gonna just rub the tape, get the glue to stick. We should be pretty good. I can check all my corners, all my edges, make sure that they're not sticking up anywhere, and he should be able to flex and move his hand pretty comfortably without any issues. There you go, guys.